Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 12, the final episode of Cruising Montana. And today we're driving from Miles City to Helena. So, for the first time ever, I managed to complete a cruising event without having to, actually skip cities. I could go from city to city, no problem. For the first time, I didn't have to skip a single one. So, this was the first, no, that was the second one, but we came from, let's see, it's not it, not it, not it, not it, not it, Riverton. There we go. Let's move it. It was Riverton to, let's try and, okay, that was a little bit too much. Where's it? Riverton, Chilaro, that was the first. Second, look at that. Free roam again, never mind. If you look, the cities are not. Yeah, it's going from city to city, no problemo. Look at that. Butte, Sydney, Sydney, Glasgow, Glasgow, Glendive, Bozeman, Great Falls, Great Falls, Miles City, and now Miles City, Helena. For the first time ever, I'm going to complete an event going from city to city perfectly without having to either skip a bunch of days until I could finally find a job or stuff like that. It's perfect, amazing. First time, satisfying. Anyway, 6 a.m. in the morning, lovely day for 57X. And let's get going. Show Helena for this, which will be the last video of our series of our little Cruising Montana a series on YouTube. It was a fun run, not gonna lie. That was quite the journey. And it's finally coming to an end. But even so, we still got a little bit of juice left, you know. It's not over just yet. Let's try this road that I discovered by accident, see where it takes us. Where does it actually go, I wonder? Still, most of it's still undiscovered. Let's go for a little adventure, shall we? Before we actually do what we're supposed to do. It doesn't hurt, does it? If we just go and no, let's get back here first. It takes to a company. Oh yeah, it takes to a question. Is this one open? Please. It does not. Oh boy. That awkward moment. Awkward gamer moment. Oh no. Well, ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? Quite shameful indeed that there's nothing there, though. I mean, I wish I would just connect to that road, no problem, but it does. It's okay. It's okay. Oops. Well, let's get going, shall we? That was a little bit of a failed adventure, failed attempt at going on the journey. That didn't happen, but short-lived. Quite short-lived, but it was fun nonetheless. Now let's get back on the real obviously discovered road all the way to Helena, because the clock is ticking. We gotta make that money. Oh boy, no, I didn't. Radio. It's the clock. Oops. The train's already gone. So, perfection. Let's go. That tiny delay, we now follow on our way to Helena. The last episode, the bitter end, not bitter, it's fine. Let's see, it's bitter. The end of the journey is finally here, quickly approaching. And hell, that was a heck of a journey, wasn't it? Quite the journey. Saw a lot Montana. We had frame drops. We had epic parkings. We had shameful parkings. We had plenty of fun together on the 12 episodes. And now it's time to say goodbye and on to the next one, on to the next DLC, where the future may take us. It relies on the future itself solely on it. Who knows where it's gonna take us? Hopefully somewhere. No. Thank you, mister. Letting me pass. Oh yeah. Quite emotional, right? For 12 episodes, averaging from 20 to 35 minutes. The journey's coming to an end. That was quick though, like 6 episodes a day. And obviously they're gonna be released one a day for the next, we got 2 episodes out already, so it's gonna be for the next 10 days. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little, I hope you guys enjoyed the little series. Not a Netflix original or anything. It was a lot of driving, a lot of fun. It was great documenting the entire journey. Every step of the way. On camera. And I can safely say, yes, the DLC is 100% worth it. Because it's amazing. It's plenty of fun. $630K, yeah. Let's go. Just look at that tiny farm. To the right, so cozy. It's nice. The lighting's perfect. Vegetation's perfect. Everything. It's just it just feels right, you know. I mean, it's like I said, I've never been to Montana myself, so I cannot really say that, oh my god, it's just like Montana, but it does have that vibe. Show what I think Montana looks like, show what most people think Montana looks like, and a lot of people agree that it does look pretty darn spot on. As it couldn't be any different, ATS has like increased their standards by quite a margin since 2015. Scandinavia DLC, I think that was the first one that was really like mind-blowing in terms of overall quality. And it stands out to this day, even though it's quite old, it still stands out. And that's how you can tell like it's a high standard of work, because even though it does ages like wine. You know, it does age just like wine. Because it doesn't look out of place like Going East does. Going East is old, it's 2013. When you drive there in Euro Truck Sim, it just kind of screams out of place. Like the old base map for the map. The areas that were not reworked. It just screams, hey, what am I doing here? It's so out of place, what the hell? But ever since Scandinavia, it hasn't really been the case anymore. Even though you can tell it's old, it doesn't look out of place, you know. It has character. It has a lot of character. It looks dated. Sure, it does look dated, but it does still look like Scandinavia, you know, albeit with dated graphics. But it still does get the whole Scandinavian vibe down to the line. It does that very well. No complaints. So yeah, it's all around a fantastic job. Like all the no prefabs, the cities have a lot of character, the vegetation, the fact it does every bit of the map looks unique and special. really tell where the climate's different by the amount of rain, by vegetation, and so on. It's all very unique, very special. And it's pretty cool that they didn't just stick to, oh, this is what this is a good middle ground, a good combo of what Montana looks like. They went all for the full experience, not something that just barely resembles, but a full-on, you know, obviously scaled reproduction. It's not like, you gotta bear in mind that it's a 1:19 scale map, so they cannot put everything in. But the way they did put all the different climate, all the different faces of Montana, I feel like they conveyed it the best way possible. Like, honestly, they really did it amazingly well. And stutters are approaching Billings, that's why it's stuttering. Pay no heed, it should be back to normal soon. It's just that there's Billings and then there's Laurel, so 2 cities that it has to load all at once. And my computer doesn't like this part for some reason. It just kind of dies for half a second there, but now it's back. We're back on track. It might stutter a little bit up ahead because of Laurel, but that's about it. One of the few places on the map where it happens in such a noticeable way. But yeah, oh no, you gotta be kidding me. You give me this stutter and you make me bark again. I mean, you make me pull in. Sure, we'll pull in. Very much against my will, but I will pull in. Doom, 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 and then so did you guys like the Brazilian map video? I could make more videos around there. ATS too. If you guys want. If you guys want more Montana, even though I'm done with the event, if you guys want to see more of it, comment sections right up below. Then again, you know what you do. If you want to do, I'm not forcing you to do anything. If you want to, you know that you're more than welcome. It's a lovely. Let's get it. Wait. 37 times. One more than an episode something. Was it 10 or 11 where we had to wait it down? I think it might have been episode. Don't remember. Forgot. Actually forgot. But it was 36 times. It could have been 9 even. It's recorded. I have recorded 5 episodes today already. If this one is gonna be 6, it's like almost 9 late. I started quite late today with the recordings. It was like yesterday I was on it since 2 p.m. when it didn't come out. It's funny because SCS said it was gonna come out at 1 p.m. BRT, but it did come out at 2 p.m. They got confused with the clock apparently. But yeah, confusion aside, 1 hour later it was there, and I loaded up the game without much deliberation and started recording. That went over 6 episodes, and that's time to take a break perhaps. I wanted to do the whole thing yesterday, but it would be too much, you know. Deep inside I kind of wanted to do it, but halfway through I was so tired already. Because it's not even the fact, I mean, if I were not recording, just driving for the sake of completing the event, then yeah, I mean, it would be doable, no problem. I mean, just put on a banger playlist, 12 trips, what is that? Not even tiresome, but then you put in you have to factor in talking and uploading the videos. Because I finish it and then I upload it, and as the video is uploading, I'm already recording the new one. And once that one is done, I upload it obviously and start recording the next one, and so on and so on. It's a very tiresome process that my throat just could not take it any longer. It really does force my throat a little bit. I have no problem with Portuguese in general. I have no problem like talking for many hours. No problem in a row. That doesn't really put any strain, but English does put a little bit of a strain for some reason. It does really tire my throat, really wear it down, so there is a limit on how much talking I can do within a day. I'm pretty satisfied though with the rate. 6 a day, that was pretty good. Now we're done with the event, back to the normal things that I do, which include doing nothing, watching YouTube, that kind of stuff. Back to the normal, usual routine. Oh boy, look at this part. Sheer sense of scale, the lovely clouds, background. Almost like a Bob Ross painting, you know. Very Bob Rossy kind of environment right there, unfolding right in front of our very eyes. What a fantastic job have they done. What a fantastic job all around. Now imagine Texas, imagine the other stuff that's yet to come. Imagine when we have Jersey also. West Virginia, oh my god, West Virginia is going to be amazing once it's out. Going to be better than Fallout 76, that's for sure. Not to throw shade or anything, you know, it's going to be better. The actual West Virginia experience right there, obviously Virginia as well. And Illinois. Oh, Illinois is going to be great. Chicago. Chicago. And what else? Mississippi. What's the city? What was it, state? I don't remember. No, it's a state, right? So dumb right now. Please tell me it's a state. Or is it a city? No, it is a state. The city is Minneapolis. Yeah, it's a state. Right? Yeah, I hope it is a state. Otherwise, and I'm not very well versed when it comes to American geography. Or anything. I mean, anything that's not within my expertise, which is definitely not geography. You know, I'm a communication professional, so anything social communication related, marketing, that's my kind of thing right there. Definitely not the other way around. Definitely not geography. Maybe history a little bit because I really love history, but that's about it. Anyway, we're almost there. Trying to 78 km now. Trip is really fun so far. It's never boring, you know, when you have great scenery to look at, and it's very convenient. It's almost unfair, one could say, almost like cheaty, quote unquote, that they had to do Montana because it's a nice looking state, so it's easy. I mean, it's not easy, but it's easier to make a great job because the state is pretty, so you don't really have to put much effort into making it look acceptable. Because sometimes it's such a boring state with nothing really going on, and then you kind of gotta, you know, really excel, because otherwise, you know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're gonna crash. We no. Welcome to Montana. Thanks. I mean, I've been in Montana for quite some time now. But thank you. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Montana being a pretty looking state, not a dull, boring state with lots of flat land and stuff, it does help a lot. You know, it does help them a lot, and that's the result. We have areas that you can drive for hours and hours, and it's always pleasant to the human eye. It's always nice to look at. There's no dull bit. There's no part that just doesn't look. Even the farmland has some sort of like interesting background to look at, some muttings and stuff. It's never dull and flat. You know, even the areas that could perhaps be a little dull, they do add that right amount of clutter and stuff going on that just, you know, makes it look very much realistic and alive, which is important, you know. It really is a pretty state. But people, I feel like people don't value Montana enough for what it is. It really is pretty. And it certainly made their job easier. I wonder how they're gonna fare once it's an actual boring state, not much to look at. How great is it gonna actually look? I wonder, because you cannot help with ugly, you know. You cannot really. I mean, there's makeup, but if the state's not really interesting, you cannot really suddenly make it interesting. Unless they have a trick up their sleeve. Maybe they do have a trick up their sleeve, I don't know. But generally, rule of thumb, if it's an ugly state, yeah, that becomes a very challenging job to make it look pretty. Screenshot worthy, and this one is fantastic for that. Every corner of it's pretty much screenshot worthy. I didn't take a single one because I'm recording. I don't want to be stopping the video every like couple minutes to take a screenshot. But if I were not recording, I swear to God, I would spend a lot of time just taking screenshots, because it's just pretty. It's pleasant to look at. One of the most screenshot worthy maps. Not maps, I mean DLCs thus far. It really is. It really is. There is a little bit of beauty everywhere, scattered around. They perfected it in such a way that it's consistently pretty. It really is the state of the gold and the silver. Is it? What do we blacked out? I think it is. Gold and silver. And bonus points because it does look a little bit like Red Dead Redemption, so it makes it even more appealing. Because I am myself a massive Red Dead Redemption fan. So it does make me feel like I'm back on the saddle. Yeehaw! Cowboy. Just looks that great. Oh, 60 miles per hour. What do we have here? What's that? What could it be? Oh, it's a little bit of a descent. Let's be careful. We don't want to violate the speed limit. Do we? No, we don't. We don't want to violate the speed limit. No, 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 no. Helena is over there. And we getting there. We getting there ever so gradually. Helena, Butte, Helena. I've been to Butte before. Oh, that one went to Butte. So this part of the highway I've never been to. It's brand new. So we're seeing it for the first time together. And it might be one of the final stretches of highway that I haven't explored yet. I'm yet to go to Havre though, which I have not. And there's another city closer to the border with Wyoming, I think. No, not Wyoming. The other state, the borders with Montana. I don't know the name. I don't remember more so. There's that one city that I didn't go, and Havre, and that's about it. To complete the 15 cities to get the achievement, which I might do tomorrow just for the achievement itself. I probably won't record it because I want to take some screenshots as well for a change. I really want to take some screenshots, so I might not record the trip to Havre and the trip to the other city, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a week, take a week-long break, and then record my final take on Montana, like what I really think about it, my full opinion, my full-blown opinion, which obviously is going to be overly positive, but there are things that disappointed me. Ever so like, it's not like a massive disappointment. Things that did kind of made me sad, but that's it. That's not. It's not like, it doesn't amount to anything. Like I said, to me, it's a 9.5 out of 10. Consistently great. The stuttering is perhaps the biggest letdown, but that's not their fault. But yeah, because when it comes to the actual map and the prefabs and the environment, cities, the roads, the landscapes, the draw distance, the vegetation, the road signage, it just, it's pretty, you know. There's no other way around it. There's no better way to put it. That it's just brilliant, so well made. Now we're just 24 km away from Helena, and that should be the completion of our journey thus far. One journey among many other journeys that happened already, that are yet to happen, and it ends on a very happy note, I can say, put it as such. You know, it's a happy ending. It's a very happy, very satisfied, very uplifting ending, and makes me really want more of that action, more DLCs. Please, SCS, give us more, because it is so good that we can't help but want more and more and more of it if possible. You know, oops, almost ran that red light. It's such a bright day. Look at that. The sky is pretty. Everything's so pretty to welcome us today. What a pretty environment. Imagine once DX12 comes and maybe they add dynamic volumetric clouds, if it's even possible, because the engine is very old. It's over 20 years old, so maybe it's not possible. But imagine if they could add dynamic volumetric clouds. Imagine the performance benefits once they go DX12 as well. It's going to be greatly helpful when it comes to performance. Generally, like with games like that, it can be extremely beneficial to overall performance, and it would allow for so many graphical improvements overall. It would help so much with the clutter as well in areas with a bunch of trees and stuff. To handle that a lot better. It would handle that extra load like a champ without much fuss. Let's put it like that. Hello, mate. Sorry for this aggressive maneuver right there. Stop sign. It's left and right. Oopsie daisy. That was quite. Alright, we are free to take a turn. And voila. C'est bien, c'est bien. Yeah. Train. No train still. Please jump on me face, mate. There we go. And now to the final stretch. Goodbye, everyone. Episode 12. We made it to Walmart. And that concludes our amazing journey, our amazing trip. Amazing DLC as well. So many memories from this journey. Many memories. Oh, shit. Enough with the. Holy shit. Let's just get this thing parked, call it because I'm tired. It's late at night. I want to eat. But yeah, 12 trips. That was it. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of freestyle it here. Obviously, I'm not doing the right thing per se. I'm just trying to. Quick, gotta go. That. It's gonna be a tough parking. So you gotta get the trailer should turn towards that way first, and then once we get it turned that way, then it becomes a lot easier. You know, we just kind of first back, and then we move back up to gain some ground, and then we tilt it towards the left, and voila. Okay, let's try that. So move it that way, and then we start tilting. Let's see. I'm gonna end it. I really want to try and end it perfectly, or at least as close as I can to perfection. I hope I don't screw that one up. Look at that. Could it be that we're gonna be able to put this thing there correctly? Have I finally learned? Oh my god. Could it be? Nah, mate. No. Okay, it's still gonna demand a little bit, but I was see. I was there, but also not really. But yeah, it's getting there, ever so slightly. We just need a little bit more patience. I don't want to hit. Once we make it past there, please don't make it. Please don't. Did we get it right this time around? Not really. Oh, we did. I mean, it's not perfect, but it works. They can unload. So yeah, let's call that a day. That was great fun, wasn't it? 12 trips, 12 different cities, 12 deliveries, some parking, some auto parkings. No eventful crashes. I didn't really crash, which is a good thing. No major violations other than running a red light. Overall, a very, very cool set of trips. Cruising Montana was great, and I would like to thank everyone for watching every episode until now. And well, I see you guys in the next one, which is gonna be sometime in the next 10 days, because now we got con for the 10 upcoming days for the 10 next days. It's gonna be amazing. That I mean, I'm not gonna have to work. I mean, work quote unquote. I won't have to record anything for 10 days. Got myself covered with the trips. But yeah, 12 entire episodes. 2 already released. And that was a really fun journey all around. I'll see you guys when I'm done with my 10-day vacation. And hopefully I'm gonna have something cool to bring to the table then. Y'all take care. Comment section's right up below. Don't be shy. I really love when people interact. You know, it's always fun. So bye bye, and until the next one, whenever may it be. Sayonara.